Hey everybody, sorry, I feel like there's always a lag at the beginning of the video, but that's because I want to wait till it says it's recording. Knocking out there, but I feel like it starts recording sooner than that, so it's always awkward at the beginning. Anyways, this week we are going to be making what is called trompe l'oeil food. Trompe l'oeil is French and it stands for fools the eye. So what that means in terms of art would be like a painting that looks so real, it looks like a photograph and not a painting. So what we're going to be doing in terms of that with ceramics is we are going to be making a bowl or a plate of food that looks as realistic as we possibly can so that it fools the eye. So we will be making sure we are adding enough texture and detail so that our food items look, good enough to eat or whatever. So we have covered all the methods of hand building. So it's going to depend on what your food item is going to be how you're going to make it. So whether you're pinching coils or slabs or a combination of those is up to you with whatever you're making. So you'll probably, I don't have any examples right now, like they got lost when I moved, but I have picture examples in the module. So make sure you look at those pictures so that you have an idea of what you need to make or how realistic that it should look. So what you're going to do is you're either going to create a plate or a bowl. Again, however method you want. You could slab, you could pinch it, you could use coils. The plate or the bowl should be the size of your open hand. Okay, about that wide. If it's a bowl, you'd be able to hold it with an open hand, so not itty bitty. This is going to be kind of lifelike. A bowl you would eat out of or a plate you would eat out of. And again, that can be whatever style is meant to fit your food, or even like a tray, just a surface where your food will sit. And then you can maybe look at different cultures of food, or maybe your favorite, kind of food, but you're going to create 3 different items of food on your plate, making it look as realistic as possible. So 3 different items. Here's an example. A cheeseburger, the bun, the cheese, and the burger, that's 1. Okay. And then you could make French fries, not 1 single fry, but a handful of fries. And then what else goes with burgers and fries? That might have been a bad example. Maybe a side of pickles. Okay, so that would be 3 different items. The 3 types of food that you pick should go together. So for example, I shouldn't see like a pancake, a piece of sushi, and potato chips. Okay, those don't really go together. So, and then it's 1 whole item of food. So even if that food has like I said, the cheeseburger has cheese, a burger, and bread, cheese, meat, and bread, that's not necessarily 3 different items for your plate. That would be 1 food. Another example, let's say, would be, I'm trying to think of like maybe another country's type of food, but everything is kind of not sticking with me. Let's go with Italian. Let's do spaghetti. You had spaghetti noodles. You could do sauce. You could use sauce by kind of creating like thick slip it and dripping it on there. Spaghetti and sauce would be 1. And then you could do meatballs and a piece of garlic bread. So something like that. So whatever 3 items of food, if you're having questions on that, you can either email me if you're not at school or come ask me so we can brainstorm together. And again, you want this to be looking as realistic as possible, but you also want to keep in mind that you don't want anything thicker than your thumbnail. So for an example, a meatball would be probably thicker than your thumbnail. So you want to make sure that you hollow it out and has an air hole so that things can dry. Now, because I always see the same types of food over and over again, I'm going to ask that there's no repeat foods at each table. Okay, so let's say I'm sitting at table 1 and I am making I'm so bad at coming up with examples. Let's say I'm going to make the spaghetti meatballs and the garlic bread. If I am making that and I sit at table one, then no one else at table one can make spaghetti meatballs and garlic bread. Okay, so you want to talk to your table so that there's no repeat foods at each table. So yeah, and again, we're adding texture and detail. You want to have a place that it sits on, and slip and score it to your plate or bowl so that when it gets fired, it doesn't roll everywhere. I want that to be secure on your plate. Make it look presentable. Think about maybe if you're like at a restaurant and you were getting this food, and just have fun with it. So I'm excited to see what you guys make. Let me know if you guys have any questions.